Hey guys, welcome to another weekly plan and layout video. This one is a little bit late because yesterday, Sunday, I just was really not feeling very well at all. So I spent the majority of the day in bed. And when I wasn't in bed, I was binging K-drama I've been watching, which is Korean Odyssey, if you're interested. It is wacky and kooky in all the right ways. Okay, so I thought I would make this video a little bit like the last one where I kind of do a bit of my weekly planning here and then move into the decoration in my PaperTess designs. This is take a note. And then kind of speed up towards the end where I'm actually doing the decorating, or else you guys are going to be in for a feature-length film style video where nobody wants to spend 3 hours watching me deal with washi tape. So, plus, if you've been around, you know that I like to listen to music while I decorate, and I can't do that on YouTube. So, anyway. All right, let's get started. First things first, if you haven't watched the Coffee Monster Co. video, I am obsessed with how this thing turned out and how I've been using it. It's just amazing. Also, I started a little bit of the cleanup around here, and I found my ruler, or a ruler, so I'm excited to have that back. Which is hilarious because I've ordered a new one, but regardless. I need to get these out, and I think that's it. Okay, so let's move. Unfortunately, I have the whole left side of my desk loaded up with things I want to look through to decorate, and that's kind of a pain. So I did not put the lines in advance, so I need to go ahead and do that. And I was also thinking about doing something a little bit different in the sense of, come on, line it up, you can do it. Kind of what I've been trying to do with this is keep to the time blocks on here, and it ends up with a lot of wasted space. And white space is okay because it kind of gives your mind room to breathe, but I end up trying to, look how crooked that got. I mean, don't look at it. Don't look how crooked that got. It gives your brain space to breathe, but it's also a small book, and I kind of need the room. So that annoyed me. I just wrote on that blotting paper. Yeah. So let's just do this. Okay. So now that I have those lines set up, here's what I'm thinking about doing. Let me see really quickly. Yeah, I don't think there's anything maybe. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I have 3 groups of things. And so I'm thinking I need a group for appointments and my like time blocked planning things. I need a block for trying to schedule YouTube activities and things. And I need a block for chores. And I really want to kind of do that instead of doing it by time because, for instance, my Pilates classes are at 6 o'clock. Usually on Mondays and Wednesdays, but today's Memorial Day. And so I end up with a lot of blank space up here. But I also have my niece's birthday, and so I've kind of already used this block. So I need to figure out how best to split this up so I can have those 3 groups of things. So let me think about that. Okay, so here's where we ended up. I found that it was better to just go off of video to kind of set this stuff up. I don't know what it is about me, but I just need to listen to music when I'm trying to organize stuff. And, not that I'm monetized now, but I could be in the future, and I don't want videos taken down or strikes against me. So anyway, here we go. So I did my little Lou every time, little Lou stamp here for my to-do list. I have to schedule my very first oil change in my new car. And I have to make a travel list for all the trips and stuff that I'm going to be taking so that I can give that to my sister so she knows when she's got to take care of the cats. And then I blocked off this for scheduling an appointment section here. I made this a YouTube section here, and this is for chores. And I put a line beneath them to kind of separate it out, but I didn't do it on the chores because I don't know if I'm going to have to bleed into some of the, what I call the index section or not. So as you can see today, I'm trying to record, edit, do a voiceover, and watch this weekly video, the one right here now, and then make it go live. We'll see if that happens. I'm also doing laundry, and I've got to clean pins if my hip and back will allow it, because that's part of the problems that I'm having. And tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment for a hip adjustment, and then I'm trying to get better about scheduling YouTube things so that I don't try to cram it all on one day and make it very difficult for myself. So tomorrow I'm going to be watching, editing, and scheduling the video that I recorded on Sunday, and then that video will go live on Wednesday. That video is my Stray Kids fan kit, which some of you may not be interested in at all, but I thought it was really cool, so why not? And then Thursday I want to start recording this kind of weekly here so that I don't end up in the situation I am now where I'm doing it all in one day. And then Saturday editing that weekly, Saturday night doing the voiceover, posting, everything else, and then I'll have it go live on Sunday, and then Sunday recording a video for the next week, but I don't know what that's going to be yet, so that's blank. And then I have Pilates was canceled. Well, there was closed today because it's Memorial Day, so I actually only have 2 Pilates classes this week, which is good because I usually need a break after my hip gets adjusted because it's really sore for like a day or two. And then Friday is I have to take the dog. I have to take Ellis to doggy daycare because it's getting a house cleaning done. And then Saturday, Pilates, lunch with my sister, my niece's birthday. And then you can see that these chores right here kind of directly relate to the fact that it's house cleaning week. So I have to do things like make sure I straighten up the bathroom and the kitchen. I got to check the floors, make sure that there's no hidden surprises from the kitty cats or the dog. And then I sweep the floors the next day. I move the litter boxes. I clean my bedding, switch bedding over. And then on the actual house clean day, I clean the couch covers, and then I clean the pet bowls and fountains. And then Sundays, I've started a routine that I hopefully will really stick to, which is just kind of like a skin pamper day. So right after dinner on Sunday, I wash my face and I try to do a mask and all this other stuff. And it's really relaxing and chill before the work week starts. So obviously I didn't do that last night. I didn't have work starting the next day and I felt like crap. So anyway, that is what I'm looking at now. And then once I finish my chore list for the day, I'll just put a black line under it. And then I'll do like I usually do, where I use this as a brief index of different things that happen throughout the day. Okay, there we go. There's that. That's the take a note. Weekly, B6, I believe. And then let me zoom out. I'm going to need more room here. Probably about there. Okay, so let me do just a smidge of cleanup here. Again, this little organizer thing was in the Coffee Monster Co. video I just put up. And then I'll leave the tweezers out because I'm going to need those in just a minute. And so if you've been watching this series, you know that I picked like four PET tapes and to decorate for May, and then realized after I picked all 4 of them that May is a 5-week month, which is, I should have known because I used the little date covers in this, and 31 days usually equals 5 weeks, so whatever. So I had to pick some new ones. This wasn't on a video of me picking these, but these are the ones that I'm going to use. These are Ding Dings. I like these because they are, well, one, they're pretty. They keep with the same color theme loosely. And they are kiss cut or pre-cut. So it's going to save some time putting that stuff together. And let's see. I need to go through and pick out the washi tape and stuff that I plan on using and any other additional decorations. I am missing some. Give me just a minute. Okay, I completely lost this guy. I don't know where it went. So I think I'm going to start out with the light colored ones here. And then each day we'll have 2. So let's kind of go through it like, so this one will be that one. We'll put this guy here and we'll use these on the last one. That way it kind of goes through the colors. And then I need to pick washi tapes and stuff. But that usually takes me a while, and this is part of the Heather wants the music so that she can just jam out and kind of get into a flow state. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to start digging through all of my stuff to figure out which things that I want to use. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like this is a great time to use these. Oh, look at that color match. Oof, that is so good. And then I think the other ones probably match these, and maybe even this one here. Let's keep a pink out just to, no, she didn't have that much pink. Maybe just in case. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff I do. That's why I speed up the video. And let me go ahead and get to that point, and I will come back at the end and do a flip through. All right, let's get going. All right, looks like I'm gonna have about 15 minutes of chatty chat time, which oh my God, that was terrible. Somehow that feels too long and too little of time. I don't know, we'll see how we end up. I will have bloopers at the end, like always, because I'm an idiot, and for whatever reason, I had a very hard time starting this video. So I picked 2 out of, I'm not gonna tell you how many versions of me trying to start this video. So feel free to stay to the end or skip to them. I don't know, do you guys like those? Do you like the, I get like super excited and laugh to myself when I make those, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Or did you even know that sometimes I put bloopers at the end? Who knows? All right, so this week was, yeah, it was a lot better in terms of chaos for me, because I did reduce the Pilates thing by 1 day, like I said I would, and that actually really did help a lot. I felt like I had more time to myself to do things, which is really good. But last Sunday night started off with a migraine, like a terrible migraine, and finally I gave up around 3 o'clock or so and took some of my migraine meds, and then I was just mostly out of it for Monday. I was tired. I tried to lay down at lunchtime, and it was rough. But that evening, I started feeling a little bit better, and I finished up the divorce insurance that was on Amazon Prime, K-drama, if you didn't know, and I give it about 3.5 stars, which is not a bad rating for me. That rating means it was perfectly fine. Could have been better, could have been worse. So it's interesting since I started, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know why I said it's interesting, but like, since I started trying to do the YouTube stuff, that takes all of my extra spare time. And last year, I probably, by this point in time, probably watched maybe 30 to 40 shows. And I think this year, I've watched like 4, maybe. So that, like, I also haven't read any books. I also haven't written anything. So part of me wonders if I give myself 6 full months to get myself into a routine of making videos and things, and then go back to trying to write. Because my goals this year were those 2 things: creative outlets, right? And one was YouTube and one was writing. And I haven't touched anything with the writing, but also I quit smoking last year, and for me the writing and the smoking kind of went hand in hand, and so I haven't been able to even think of things without a cigarette. So what are you gonna do? I guess it's a better it's a better problem to have. You know, whatever. What else? So this is so rambly. And I never really want to cut the voiceover stuff because I don't feel like matching it together because I'm lazy, but okay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, my work project started its testing phase this week, and it started out really rough, and then it went fine, and then it started hitting a couple speed bumps again, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be totally okay. Tuesday I got notice that my Coffee Monster Co. pen and, well, Coffee Monster Co. Esterbrook collab pen came in, and I took it as kind of a personal challenge to make it into the next town over to get it before they close, and I made it. I didn't break too many, maybe one rule, and that video is already up, and I've mentioned it I think already once in here, which reminds me, in the last video I said I would put a card up, and the YouTube card thing isn't working. Like, the card doesn't show up. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe I'll try it again with this video to see if a card shows up earlier when I referenced it. So, I mean, I did the work, I did the edit thing on the back end, but I don't know about stuff. Anyway, when I was there, I picked up some water pens. You know, the pens that have kind of like a brush tip and then a water reservoir for watercolor painting. And that's because I want to, in I don't know what spare time, but I want to try having some fun kind of watercolor painting with my fountain pen ink. I think that would be really cool. I'm fascinated by YouTube shorts and Instagram reels of watercolors, and I keep thinking, man, how can I do that with fountain pen ink? So that's something I want to try. I don't know if I want to try it first in a video or figure it out and then do a video or what, but you know, we'll see. And then like right after I got my Coffee Monster Co. stuff, the quarterly subscription stuff came in. So that was really cool. And I mentioned in that video also that it was rough, not ripping into it, which is something I'm finding interesting, is that when I get mail in, I want to record it for haul videos, but if I can't record at that particular time, then I feel like I can't open it. I don't know. I think I'm just going to start opening it and then just when I want to, and then going through it again. What else happened? Oh, I also got another camera battery, which is great. And hilariously, I've messed with the settings enough in the camera that now one battery will last a filming of at least like one of these kind of videos. But the camera pretty much starts to overheat. So it's feeling 6 one, half a dozen of the other for sure. Took Friday off and got to enjoy most of it off. I had to hop online a couple times for work, but nothing big, nothing that aggravated me really. And then Bestie came over and we cleaned what I have been referring to as my depression room, which is the spare bedroom in my house that I had turned into like a workout room / guest room year before last. And then last year I went to the Yoseka Stationery Festival, and when I got back from that, I didn't really pack everything back into the closet, the luggage and everything, because in October I was going back out for my vacation. And then I didn't put stuff up after that, and then it just became like a dumping ground, and yeah, and it frustrated me every time I saw it, and then I just kept putting more stuff in it. I don't know if you guys have had a similar situation or not, but good news, good friends came over and we knocked it out probably in about an hour, maybe. It was really good. So now I have a room where I can do the Pilates stuff and do stretches when I'm not at Pilates, which is great. And I'm gonna have guest room space again for when my sister comes down in July. So that's gonna be awesome, and I am forever grateful that she helped me do that. I really appreciate it. And then it's kind of interesting, like it's been so hot here and miserable, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with seasonal depression, and most people associate it with wintertime, like they get depressed in winter. but I have some kind of version of reverse seasonal depression where in the summertime it is really rough for me, whereas fall and winter I thrive. It's the best. And so the heat plus it being summertime just has been a little mentally rough, and I think it's partly also why I haven't been feeling that well, and I kind of delayed making this video and stuff too, which, I mean, I know none of you guys care if I skip 1 week, but it feels like, you know, I've done 3 weeks in a row, and I need to do this week as well. But I don't even know where I was going with that. Ooh, what a day. Hopefully this makes it out, like, before dinner time tonight. That would be cool. The exports on these videos are a little bit better than they have been, but YouTube, usually when I try to upload, is during busy times. And that doesn't always work the best. Oh, randomly I sold more ink. Someone reached out to me on my Instagram account and I sold more ink, so that's cool. I only have 4 ink bottles of my original group left that it didn't sell. And I tried to ship them Saturday. I missed the post office, so I tried to go to UPS, and UPS wanted $37 to ship that. And you know, I'll go to the post office, maybe hopefully Tuesday before my doctor's appointment, because $37 is a freaking lot, but you know, whatever. What else did I do? I do want to do kind of like how I did the ink madness with my inks, but I want to do it with my fountain pens. But given how busy June and July are going to be, that's probably not something I can tackle until August, which is fine. Because Goulet pens was actually really cool, and they are sending me a new version of that Edison pen. They did see what I was talking about, and they don't consider it a defect, but they do understand what I was saying. So that should be in early this week probably. And then with the Memorial Day sales, I bought a Quebeco and a Benu Scepter from Goldspot. So I'm adding to my pen collection, which I told myself I really wouldn't do after that Esterbrook one, before I started selling some off. So I do need to get to it. At some point soon, I think. But, you know, what else happened? I got that Stray Kids membership kit in, which you guys, if any of you watch it, I'm sure you're just gonna like laugh at me, but I felt very awkward making that video, but I thought the stuff in it was just so cool and such a neat concept and idea that I don't know of any like American type bands or anything that do that. I'm sure there are. If any does, it's probably Taylor Swift or something, but I don't follow her. But I would say that I am a fan, but I am not a mega fan of them. And so it felt very awkward to make this video that I know others would do so much better because they follow the band so much more closely. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to share it. It is really kind of a neat concept. So, and it got me even more excited for the concert next month, which I cannot believe is just in like 3 weeks. What the heck? That is going to be so awesome. What else? Yeah, so running that errand was gross. Out in the heat was gross, but I got some boba at the end of it. I got a mango green tea boba drink with popping mango boba, so that made it worth it. What else did I get? Oh, this week I got in an ink, Dominant Industry ink that was from the Little Craft Fest, and it is such a pretty blue. And I think it was this week that I also got, let me check, it might have been last week. They're all kind of running together. Oh yeah, it was last week that I got one of the new Sailor inks. Snow Bunny, I think is what it's called. And that one's super pretty too. I cannot wait to make an ink video, guys. Like, I know earlier I said I didn't know what I was going to record on Sunday, but I think it's going to be an ink video because it's been a long time, and I think that I have the colors dialed in enough with everything I'm doing now with the camera and the editing software that it works. So hopefully Sunday will be ink video time. I have rambled. I didn't think I was going to ramble all this time. But I did. So here we go. I've also been thinking about colors for next month. And since I'm going to see Stray Kids and one of their big colors is red, I'm thinking about doing like reds and pinks. But I kind of have to look through my PET tape and washi tape because I don't want to end up with like things I can't use. You know what I mean? Like I have a, oh my, cats just started all chasing each other. Yeah, we'll see. That's another video. I have to film that one too. Okay, I am going to now because it's about to end, and stay tuned for the bloopers if you want. Like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Oh my goodness, we're already starting off great. Okay, try again. Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly recap and weekly layout. Nope, that sounds stupid. Try again.